Okay, so the next chapter is lesson 2 is you are a human magnet. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right. Henry Ford. What's the key to success? Why do some people succeed while others fail? Earl Nightingale, the great success writer, broadcaster, and speaker, addressed this issue in his famous recorded message entitled The Strangest Secret. In this program, he identified the key to success in just 6 words. Of course, he went on to explain it in more detail, but the foundation of his success secret is only 6 words. You'd like to know the 6 words, wouldn't you? Well, before I tell you the key to success, you might be surprised to learn that same 6 words are also the key to failure. Are you ready for the key to success? Here it is. We become what we think about. On a gut level, does that make sense to you? In this research on the subject, Nightingale found that all of the great writers, philosophers, and religious leaders have agreed that our thoughts determine our actions. Here are the observations of a few great thinkers on this very point. Napoleon Hill said, "What the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve." The Bible contains numerous references to thinking, including these: "According to your faith be unto you. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." If you can believe, all things are possible. Ralph Waldo Emerson put it this way: a man is what he thinks about all day long. Robert Collier offered this insight: there is nothing on earth you cannot have once you have mentally accepted the fact that you can have it. And finally, there are the well known words of Henry Ford, who said, "Whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right." How this principle works? Let us examine this concept a little further, that we become what we think about. Here's how it works. If you constantly think about a particular goal, that you will take steps to move forward that goal. Let us say that someone who we will call Fred thinks he is capable of earning $30,000 per year. Like a human magnet, Fred will attract those employment opportunities that will move him in that direction. As long as Fred clings to that thought, he'll reach his goal of earning $30,000 per year. Okay, now what if Fred begins to think, "Hey, I would like to earn more money to meet the growing needs of my family. I want to earn $50,000. Will Fred's income increase?" It depends. Just how strong is Fred's belief that he can earn $50,000? It's quite possible that Fred would like to earn $50,000, but he doesn't believe that he is really capable of earning that amount. In that case, Fred will not reach his income goal of $50,000. If, on the other hand, Fred continually thinks about earning the higher income and believes in his ability to achieve that goal, he will in fact increase his income to $50,000. As you might expect, this concept is not limited to monetary goals. Suppose you are shooting a round of 95 on the golf course right now. By concentrating on bringing that score down to 85 and by truly believing in your ability to do so, you will begin to take steps to move forward that goal or to move toward that goal. You may take lessons, you may practice more, but in the end, you will bring your score down and reach your objective. Dominant thoughts rules the day. The idea that we become what we think about has also been expressed as the law of dominant thought. This means that there is a power within each of us that propels us in the direction of our current dominant thoughts. The key word here is dominant. You can't expect positive results when you spend 10 seconds a day thinking positively and the remaining 16 waking hours dwelling on negative outcomes. Here's a bottom line. here's the bottom line. A little positive thinking doesn't produce positive results, just like a little bit of a diet doesn't work. It's like trying to lose weight by eating a healthy, low calorie breakfast and then pigging out on cake and ice cream for the rest of the day. The same is true for exercise. You can't do a few minutes of exercise once a week and expect to be physically fit. Look at positive thinking in the same way. A little bit just doesn't get the job done. Instead, you must take control of your mental activity and think positively throughout each and every day until it becomes a habit. Remember, it has to be your dominant thought pattern. Take a moment to consider your dominant thoughts in the major areas of your life. Are they serving you or holding you back? Attitude adjustment leads to real estate ownership. Let me share a personal example to demonstrate the power of our thoughts. In the 1970s and early 1980s, I observed many people in my area, Long Island, New York, who were making a lot of money by purchasing homes for investment purposes and renting them out. The homes were appreciating in value considerably each year. Sure, there were the usual headaches of having to deal with tenant problems, but the return these investors were getting was incredible. But I kept thinking that I should start buying some investment homes. But I never took any action because I continued to doubt myself. My thinking was dominated by all the things that could go wrong. Simply put, I had a lousy attitude. And with a negative attitude, is it any wonder that I never took the first step? However, after I started reading books and listening to tapes on the power of attitude and belief, I decided to change my attitude about real estate investment. In the summer of 1986, I decided that before the end of the year, I would purchase two investment homes. This time, I wasn't going to allow this time I wasn't going to allow any negative thoughts to creep into my mind. For 6 months, I focused my thinking on one thing: owning two investment homes. I wrote down my goals several times each day and referred to them often. I believe at the deepest level of my being that I had owned two homes before the end of the year. In the evenings and on weekends, I went with a real estate agent to look at homes. I personally visited about 100 homes and researched hundreds of others. In the fall of 1986, I purchased an investment property. What a great feeling of accomplishment to do something that I wouldn't allow myself to do before, but I still had work to do. And on December 29, just 2 days before the end of the year, I reached my goal and bought the second investment home. As I look back at why I was able to purchase all the real estate in 1986 while I couldn't do it in the years before then, the answer is clear. In 1986, I believed that I could do it. I had an unshakable positive attitude that propelled me forward to reach my goal. This entire experience was tremendously valuable to me. In fact, it was priceless because it taught me that you can achieve your goal when you believe in yourself and keep your thoughts focused on the positive. Attitude versus action. I've been talking a lot about thinking, and you might be wondering where action fits into this process. It's true that you don't get results without action, but recognize that thought precedes action. I always knew the action that to I would have to take to buy those investments, property, contact realtors, visit properties, review newspaper listings, and so on. But I never took the first step as long as I had a negative attitude. The instant I changed my attitude, I felt compelled to take action, and nothing was going to stop me. That's why a positive belief system is the starting point for achievement of any goal. When your dominant belief is that you can achieve your goal, you begin taking the actions necessary to move in that direction. Your circumstances reflect what you have been thinking about. Face this fact: your beliefs brought you to where you are today, and your thinking from this point forward will take you to where you will be in the future. In fact, your results in every area of your life reflect your deeply held thoughts about yourself. Consider your finances. What are your beliefs in this area? Are you constantly thinking about not having enough money? Dwell on that thought, a lack of funds, and you block the flow of money to you. And then there's the matter of relationship. If you think that you don't deserve much, you attract friends and partners into your life who won't treat you very well. I'll bet you know someone who always seems to go out with the wrong person. In fact, the last 29 people they have gone out with were wrong for them. Do you think this is a mere coincidence? Oh no, this is a deeply held belief inside the individual that attracts these people into his or her life. And whether we are talking about finances, relationships, or careers, the fact remains: if your thoughts don't change, your results won't change. Change your thinking. Fortunately, there's a exciting news. You can change your thoughts, thereby changing your results. Here's how. For starters, become aware of what you say to yourself all day. Each of us has an internal voice. In other words, we talk to ourselves too often. However, what we say is negative, critical, and self limiting. Perhaps you find yourself thinking, I can't do this, or I always mess things up, and these thoughts work against you. Instead, repeat to yourself that you can and will accomplish your goal. As we'll discuss more fully in part 2 of this book, it's also important to become aware of the words you use on a regular basis. For example, do you put yourself down or talk about the things you could never have or achieve? Your mind hears every word you speak, and like a magnet, you will ultimately attract the events and circumstances that correspond to your dominant beliefs. So, make sure to use positive words about yourself and your goals. Repetition is the key. Here are 2 more action steps to help you become more positive and get the results you want. Step 1: every day read some positive, uplifting literature. Find 15 to 30 minutes in the morning to do this, and it's also a good idea to do some reading right before bed. There are literally thousands of motivational books and articles to choose from. Read whatever speaks to you. It could be the Bible or other spiritual material, or perhaps inspiring biographies. You'll find a wide selection of success books in the psychology and self-improvement section of any bookstore or library, so check them out. Step 2: every day listen to motivational audio programs. You can listen to them in your car, while commuting, at home, or during your exercise routine. The key is repetition. When you hear these messages over and over, they become part of you, and you begin to implement them to improve your life. They will get you thinking about your attitude and other success principles on a daily basis. Of course, audio programs are not a substitute for action. It's up to you to put these ideas to work. Nobody succeeds beyond his or her wildest expectations unless he or she begins with some wild expectations. Ralph Sherrill. So, if you read something positive and listen to motivational audio programs every day, it will make a phenomenal difference in your life. I can tell you from personal experience that these techniques work if you have the discipline to stick with them. The lesson I've learned is this: change your thinking and you change your life. You'll become what you think about. Nobody succeeds beyond his or her wildest expectations unless he or she begins with some wild expectations. Ralph Sherrill. What we sincerely believe regarding ourselves is true for us. Don't count on overnight success. Before concluding, I would like to clarify a few things about positive thinking and the power of our thoughts. First of all, positive thinking doesn't mean that you will achieve your goals overnight. It's not as if you start thinking about making more money and the next morning you wake up and find a stack of dollar bills at your bedside. Not by a long shot. Success requires effort, commitment, and patience. And secondly, positive thinking doesn't mean you won't have any more problems. Believe me, you will have plenty of setbacks along the way. However, if you continue to believe in yourself, take action, and persist, you will overcome those obstacles. Remember, you're constantly moving in the direction of your dominant thoughts. Everything you achieve in your lifetime flows from your thoughts and beliefs. Negative thinking yields negative results, and positive thinking produces positive results. Keep your attitude window clean and bright so that the positive thoughts can come shining through. It simply makes no sense to think negative thoughts unless you want to get negative results, and I know you don't want that to happen. So, from this point forward, choose your thoughts wisely and use this powerful principle to get fantastic results in your life.